I'm Christina Aguayo in Dallas, and here are your top stories.
Kash Patel just released newly declassified documents with Senate Judiciary Committee Chairman Chuck Grassley revealing that the FBI, under then-Director Christopher Wray, shut down an investigation into an alleged Chinese Communist Party plan to influence the 2020 presidential election in favor of Joe Biden. The documents include an Intelligence Information Report, IIR, dated September 25, 2020, which detailed a scheme by the CCP where it manufactured tens of thousands of fake driver's licenses to facilitate fraudulent mail-in votes. The report was shut down one day after Wray's testimony on September 24, 2020, before the Senate Homeland Security and Government Affairs Committees, where he said, quote, "We have not seen historically any kind of coordinated national voter fraud effort in a major election, whether it's by mail or otherwise." Internal FBI emails reveal that headquarters ordered the recall of the IIR and told field offices to destroy all copies and remove it from systems, saying that its release would, quote, contradict Director Wray's testimony. A re-interview of the source reaffirmed the initial claims against the CCP, yet the report was not republished. CBP data from 2020 also showed that the organization intercepted almost 20,000 fake driver's licenses from China between January and June, which aligns with the IIR's timeline and allegations. However, the FBI decided not to pursue the lead. After the recall, FBI headquarters mandated that all election-related raw reporting had to first go through the FBI, a new policy not previously enforced. Grassley has condemned the action as evidence of political decision-making, calling for accountability. Representative Debbie Wasserman Schultz, a Democrat from Florida's 25th Congressional District, has just now disclosed the purchase of New Gold Inc. stocks made on February 28, 2024. with the transaction valued between $1,000 and $15,000. Wasserman did not officially report the purchase until July, which is a violation of the Stock Act, which mandates disclosures within 45 days. In addition, she is the only member of Congress known to have bought NGD shares. Since her purchase, NGD's stock prices surged 313%. This outperforms the S&P 500's 22% return over the same period. Schultz's trade has sparked ethical questions because of the unusually high gain and her late reporting, with some saying she had inside information. The Stock Act violation carries a potential fine of $200. However, no member of Congress has been prosecuted for insider trading under this law. Her portfolio, which saw a 142.3% increase in 2024, has drawn attention for its performance, with other trades including Hecla Mining and Patterson UTI Energy. Critics note her history of trading in sectors like energy and mining, some of which fall under the jurisdiction of committees she serves on, such as the House Natural Resources Committee, raising concerns about conflicts of interest. Others in Congress have also been flagged for their abnormally high stock market gains while in Congress, like Nancy Pelosi, who's had 58 trades since December 2021, totaling $50.88 million. Her trading activity has fueled calls for banning congressional stock trading, with some arguing her committee roles provided an inside edge. Brian Higgins in New York, his portfolio returns 238.9%, while the S&P 500s were 24.8%. Josh Gotthemeyer in New Jersey, $96 million in stock market investments, the highest among all Congress members. 4 people are dead and 14 others injured after a mass shooting in a wealthy Chicago neighborhood as Mayor Brandon Johnson continues to brag about his low crime rates. The mass shooting took place outside the Artist Restaurant and Lounge in Chicago's River North neighborhood, a wealthy and popular downtown neighborhood known for its restaurants, bars, and clubs. The crowd was leaving after an album release party. A source said a dark-colored SUV circled the block, appearing to target a line of people outside of the building. At least 3 people inside the vehicle started shooting at the crowd, killing 4 and injuring 14 others. 2 men, ages 24 and 25, were shot in the chest and head and pronounced dead at Stronger Hospital. 2 women were shot in the chest and pronounced dead at Northwestern Memorial Hospital. They are 26-year-old Taylor Walker, a.k.a. Tay-Tay, 27-year-old Avi Drexler, 25-year-old Leon Henry, and 24-year-old Monte. As for the safety of the city that Mayor Johnson and Governor J.B. Pritzker brag about, here are some stats from the most recent data. Chicago has a violent crime rate that's 1.5 times the national average, with 1,800 shooting incidents in 2024 alone, meaning nearly 5 shooting incidents happen every day in the Windy City. Chicago's murder rate is at 21.4 per 100,000. That is more than 3 times higher than the national average of 6.5 per 100,000. In 2024, 572 people were murdered. That's an average of 3 people killed in Chicago every 2 days. Chicago has almost 2 times the robbery rate than the rest of the nation on average, and people have a 1 in 101 chance of having their car stolen, which is among the highest nationally, 990 per 100,000 versus 220 per 100,000 nationally.
That's what you need to know. In Dallas, Christina Aguayo.